How we doing, friends? How we doing? Get your finger out of the way there, buddy. Anyways, Saturday. Pause up there. That piece right there. Right there. Hasn't been cut yet, so he went through it. He's kind of building a skid road all the way around. Brush out some of the stuff that the hand cutter's got to get, because it's kind of brushy. I finished everything, skidding everything needed to be skidded, and then I got on the loader and bucked it up and decked it. Got a pretty good deck. Looks like there's probably a couple loads of saw logs, and there's a load of black walnut over there. Like I said, we'll go over there because that stuff looks cool. Load and a half of that black walnut, and then shoot, there's over a load of the what they call scrag logs. And then probably close to a load of chip. Anyway, so I've been just having a fantastic time, learning so much. Oh man, you know, where it's there's so much the same, but there's so much that is 100% different. Anyways, here's this black walnut. That stuff is really, really. Hopefully that comes out. God, it's pretty. I could just imagine what it looks like after it's been, you know, sanded and then buffed up. Or, not buffed, but, you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so yeah, having a good time, learning a lot. I did learn something today that a few people have been giving me hints and suggestions on running skidder, because I haven't ran a whole lot of production skidder, you know. Up top there, it's a field, and it's not steep, and it's, you know, well, the grass had been kissed by dew this morning, so it was a little wet. I made a trip or two out across there, and that thing's got 7 gears in it. So I went out across there and grabbed a couple of these black walnuts. Oh God, they're heavy. I was coming back up, and I kind of pitched up and then started down, so I figured we'd see all about what 7th. I mean, if we're going to get some, let's just go right ahead and get it right now, you know. So I popped her up into 7th gear, and across that field we come. You guys didn't tell me that they like to slide. Yeah, sand started coming around on that thing. I'm like, oh, well, there's the turn. I know I still got it. My hands are like this. I used every bit of that cab up trying to find a spot to hang on to. Finally, I just figured if I'm going, I'm going, so I stuffed my foot just as far in the throttle as she'd go, and across there we came. It straightened up, but good Lord. And then after that, every time, whether I was empty or full, I'd hit that spot. She'd want to slide out on me, so that was a little bit of fun. I look like a retarded quail trying to run Pa's shovel, because it's the most backwards thing I've ever been, you know. And I suppose if he come and got on one of my loaders, he'd say the same thing, because he has the open and close where my rotate would be, and then his rotate is where my close would be, and then he's got his main boom on the left hand and his stick boom on the right, where my main is. Yeah, so I'm fouled. I'm having a hell of a time with it. A couple more hours, I'll get used to it. But yeah, I'm really really glad I did this. I'm glad I had the chance to do it. It was perfect timing, really, with circumstances back home and whatnot. So I sure miss Mama. I know that. You know, and I've worked out of town a lot, and never really had any problem with it. But you know, I think maybe it's because we're so far. You know, always before, you know, 5-6 hours was the farthest I went was away, and there were a couple of times in the middle of the week where we busted out early, and I hauled ass home just to, you know, give her a kiss on the cheek. But so yeah, and it's a little different. Definitely, like I say, I miss Mama horribly. But absolutely, I had a leak. Or he's got a leak. I have to investigate that. Anyways, I'm so glad I took this opportunity. And I'm so glad that Stump gave me the opportunity. It's like I say, so much of it is the same, and so much of it's opposite. So, I'm trying to get into the right light here. I mean, I want you guys to get every bit of this that you can. I haven't been putting out very good videos lately, and I know number one, you know I'm talking to, Dan. He's watching me, so, I want to make sure he gets every bit of this. Yes, I absolutely appreciate the opportunity that Pa and Mammy have gave me, and the hospitality at home is great. You couldn't ask for better people. You couldn't. And so far, the folks that I've met here, all the guys that work for him, are all great guys. They all want to come to work and do exactly what we want to do, and that's get some. So, yeah, great crew. The people just I meet in the stores or whatnot all seem to be really accepting of somebody from the West Coast coming out this side. So I appreciate, all of it. All the hospitality and the opportunity to get to come out here on your guys' side of the country. And I mean, knowledge is power, people. I mean, there's some things here I've seen that I'm like, we might want to think about doing that at home, Some of the ways they do things and some of the reasons they buck the logs the way they do and whatnot. Now, if you start asking me about species and stuff, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to lie to you. Because there's like, I don't know how many different species of hardwood there is. There's like, Gooka Goo Goo and watermelon and I mean Mr. Bojangles and black oak or black walnut and red oak and white oak and yellow oak and Indian oak. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm picking up on this one. Cherry, red cherry, black cherry. Yeah, there's so many different species of hardwoods out there. And back home, we've got one hardwood, and I ain't telling you where that's at. So, yeah, it's just an excellent opportunity, and I'm so glad that I took it, and I'm so glad that I was offered to me. I absolutely will not ever regret this. And I'd do it again. If something happens next year or in the next few years, I absolutely would go out to somebody else's site and check things out. I do know that Pa said something last night in passing. I don't know for sure or not, but he said something about maybe taking off a few days early and running out to Tater's place and taking a look out there for a couple of days before we go to the big show, come out. So that'd be cool. I'd really like to get out there, because of the mill and all, and then see how they do their operation. Now that I've seen ground skating before, but I've never seen East Coast ground skating. And I mean, logging's logging. At the end of the day, it's all about the same thing: putting the wood on the trucks. But there's so many different variations to it that. And like I say, knowledge is power, and I'll take all the knowledge I can get. So yeah, if we get down there to check out Wade and those guys, I think that'd be tits, really. And then just shortly after that, we'll go to the Paul Bunyan show. That's where Mama's going to come out for the Paul Bunyan show. We'll meet up. That's what the plan is. I haven't given anybody the run. I have a few, but anyway, so the exact plan was for me to come out here and work, check things out, and then go to the Paul Bunyan show. She would meet me there, and then we'll make our decision. We'll see what the situation is back home, what the weather's doing, rain, whatnot. If it's good, I'll make some phone calls, and we'll head back to that side and and start getting some West Coast videos. If it's not, Paul said he'd keep me busy just as long as he could use me, and they got a lot of work. Oh boy, they got a lot of work. So I have been asked this at this point right now, and probably, I mean, honestly, I don't think this is going to turn out to be a full-time thing. I really don't. I'm a tower logger. I was born a tower logger. I was raised a tower logger, and I want to, you know, I like working under towers. But, I mean, I got this opportunity. Why the hell would I pass it up? It's a working vacation. I'm getting paid to be here. You know, I'm getting paid to learn. I'm getting paid to learn new equipment. You know, so it'd be stupid not to take it. So this was pretty long tonight, guys. I don't want to bore you or nothing. I've said it over and over and over. I got a bunch of video. What I'm going to do is I'll keep putting them out, but I think what I'm going to do is just stockpile. And then when I get home, I'll edit up a bunch and then start slipping them out. You know, of my experiences and stuff like that. But I'll make sure to get enough out, you know, to keep you guys hanging around, let you know what's going on. So for now, stay safe, get logs. Come out!